Hello loves, this is Keleena and it is May 2020. Remember, it is the year of clear sight, clear intuition, clarity. A lot of things coming to the surface being revealed this year. So I'm going to go over my meditation notes for May, and I'm going to touch on some things that I've been receiving that at first didn't make sense to me, and I'm getting more clarity for myself. And I'm going to go over some of the things that I've actually been going through with my own embodiment, because in my phase of my ascension, I am in the embodiment phase, and it's may I say, such a lovely feeling when it's happening. There's waves of love and divine love and calm and peace and just like woozy. I'm actually feeling it, like I've just been feeling it just before I started. So it's just this feeling of oneness with Source. Like when you go, the first time I ever went to the void and to 0 point, and I felt this feeling in that experience years ago in meditation. It's what's happening like throughout the day now, and it feels so good. That's all I can say. So I'm going to talk about my own experience. I'm going to cover some things that I've got from May for you guys. And I'm going to do light language activations and see if there's any healing that's going to come through. I've just got a couple pages here. I want to try and get through as quick as I can. It is late for me again at night, and because I'm going to be going into 3 days of silence, so I wanted to get this done early for you guys, so it's out there to help you with your process and possibly what you might be going through and experiencing yourself. So I will touch back with you in just a minute. Okay, let's go through what I've got. I want to talk about my personal experiences that I've been going through right now, because some of you might be going through the same thing, and I always teach from my experience. It's how I've been taught by the masters to share my experiences and what I'm going through, so that you may be able to connect with that as well. Now, I'm going to remind everyone again, some people are just awakening, so some things may be a little bit too far advanced for them. So some people that are awakening, I'm going to try and make sure, if I can remember, because I know that higher self's going to take it, I'm just going to be channeling. I'm going to try to touch on things for those just awakening, but also for those that are going through healing right now to connect with their hearts, and those that are going through the embodiment process right now, like I am, and I've been going through that for a long time, longer than since 2018. It actually started for me in the summer of 2017. So it's it's a great process, and of becoming your Christ self, your God self, and that's what we're all doing here on this planet. If we chose Ascension, that's what's happening. So I'm going to try and make sure that I remember to explain things for those of you that are just awakening, that are just realizing what's going on here, that are just realizing about what's the truth and not the truth, or what from what you've been able to see so far, because not everything has been revealed yet. So in my own, I put my notes down for my own stuff. So, but I do want to tell you, May 1st through the 3rd, William and I are, I had received a week ago in meditation that him and I are to go into 3 days of silence. And there's some things that him and I are going to be doing that are personal, some twin ray stuff, but also just being unplugged. We are unplugging our Wi-Fi, no phones, no computers, no outside influences, no people. We're not engaging with anyone. It's just going to be silence, going to be meditation, in however different ways, not only like just meditating in silence, but sometimes using mantras or light language. For me, it's a lot of light language. And he allows his light language to come through But he doesn't sing like I sing mine. I'll sing mine for like a long time in meditation, just allow it to keep coming through. But we're going to be in silence May 1st through the 3rd. We'll be completely disconnected. So if you don't see anything going on Instagram or Facebook or Patreon, Sacred Heart Love account, there's nothing wrong. We're just silence. We will not reconvene with our work on anything until Monday the 4th, which I've been shown is, and I confirmed this with my friend Marla Kelly. There was some, because I keep seeing these numbers, and they were leading to May 4th, and I kept saying a switch. So I'll explain that in a minute. Okay. I've been going through a connection with the stars. Facing certain stars. Normally I've done this with planets for a long time, especially planet Venus and the sun. Venus and the sun for me, I've always been able to, as soon as I face them, my heart expands really big. And I just feel the love connection. With the sun, my heart expands, but my whole chakra system I will receive the energy from the sun, and third eye, big. But Venus is the heart connection. It expands, and then I just feel this transmission back and forth from my heart to Venus. But now I've been having this happen with, I started with one star, but since then I've had a couple other stars. So I'm like connecting, and I have to say I'm not quite sure what's going on yet, but I feel like how we are connecting to Gaia, and how Gaia is showing us that we are all and everything of her, is that we are also, I'm doing this universally. Not universally, but I'm doing the stars as well. So I'm doing this, I don't know what you would call it, cosmos. This is what they just use with the cosmos. So I'm connecting with these stars. All I have to do is look at them, and then I'll start seeing the coding, because stars do codes, and I just start feeling it, and then all of a sudden my heart will go and just open. The high heart will just open really big, and sometimes my Kundalini will go off. It went off so strong one day. The first time I did it, one star, it literally, my windows here, it literally threw me back on the bed here. Whoop. I just went right on the bed and was just sitting there like, what? And my Kundalini, the energy that was being conducted through one of the channels was so strong. I was like, whoa, what is going on? And it wasn't the sexual channel, because we have 5 different channels of our Kundalini. So it was one of the other ones. I've been working, they've been told, on the 3rd one. So I'm wondering if it's the coming online with the 4th channel, because there's 2 that I know that we aren't really aware of what they do yet, but that's the Kundalini getting activated with this connection to the star. And it's just been like, the energy has just been like filling me, and I'm like, what is this? So I'm not sure yet. When I get more information on what it is, because sometimes I'll sit and meditate on it, but I won't get anything yet, which means that I just have to go through things and experience first, so that I can teach them to other people later, to you guys later, and share it. Because you will be going through the same things that I go through and that others go through. So if you're new to waking up, this is a lot farther advanced. I've been awake since I was young, and I've been going through deep sessions of parts of awakening through my life. I remember the first time when I was 11 years old having a one. I'm going through my teens, my 20s, big time, 30s, 40, when I had my daughter, had a big one in my 30s, and it just keeps going. It's like it's like a deeper level of becoming who you are. So so much is happening. So my connection to the stars was one thing I've been doing. My connection to the elementals, the animals, the plants. I've been really connected with Gaia for a long time, but this has been different. Like when I go out and I'm renting a townhome. So behind my townhome, there's a big nature preserve. And when I go back there, and I can hear the crickets and all the different birds and everyone singing back there, I feel this deep connection, like rooted to Gaia so quick, and to the elemental kingdom, and the high frequency that the birds are singing and the crickets, I'm like instantly, my heart expands so big, and I start singing light language. But it's just this connection of this oneness that we are not separate. And I've been having that experience a lot. Just walking out on Gaia and putting my feet, because it's been very cold where I am, and still lots of rain and snow, believe it or not, still in April, which it's just not right. As soon as we get a day where we get the sun, I'm out there and I've got my feet on the ground. Instant connection to Gaia, instant connection to her heartbeat. And it's just been massive love feeling and oneness, and it's so I don't even know if I can really explain the vibration of it. It's just a totally different vibration and frequency as we're going through all this stuff, and it's the feeling of love. It's the return of love to you from everything that you are, and you giving to it as well, if that makes sense. So that's been that. I have the connection to the planets. I talked about that. Let me see. I can't read my notes. I gotta do this so you guys know I'm not looking down. My body's been taken over. For years, my body has been going through a process where my higher self takes over the body, and there's all of a sudden my body starts moving. I start doing things, and like here it goes. My higher self will take over. So my body will just, I become one with myself, is what I want to say. I'm one with my God self. I'm one with that which I am. And all the aspects of me, I'm going to say. And so I will just start doing things like we're in this lockdown. I will just start I'll just start doing like stretching, and all of a sudden I'll be doing my stretching, but then all of a sudden my body moves on its own in its own position, and then all of a sudden I'll feel my body moving to correct myself, and all of a sudden I'll feel like I need to move into a different position, even though I'm not thinking it. My body's just doing it. So it's like higher self has taken over, and it's in. Let me just look at my notes. It's with my exercise. With exercise, it's with my light language. It's with when I do a little bit of yoga and stretching. Normally I go to the gym. A lot of you know that I'm a gym person, and I've been going to the gym like 3-4 days a week for a long time. And with it shut down, I'm just like, ah! So I bought some weights, and it's been hard for me, but my body is like taking over and doing what it needs. That's what I'm receiving. It's doing what it needs in this moment. And we have to surrender to that, and we have to allow our higher self and trust our higher self to do what we need to do. If that should make sense. I'm hoping that makes sense. Our higher self, who we truly are, our God being that we are, just allow who we are to take over, and surrender to not needing to control what's going on. And when you can do that, when you can surrender and just allow things to happen rather than trying to make them happen on your own, or trying to stop whatever's happening and control the outcome of things, that's when you really know you're in that point of your process where you're really allowing yourself to become really and truly who you are. Okay? I just had big blue light just shot in over here. Many times that's the Arcturians, sometimes Archangel Michael. So the galactics are showing up. I have a lot of energy in the room again. There's always energy with me when I'm doing things. Oh, and for those of you that don't know, I speak light language. I speak this language. It's the language of love. It's the language of light. And it is it comes through me, and it's like comes through it for me. It comes through so fast anymore. I can't keep track of it really. But from what I've seen in visions, it comes through in sacred geometry, and I can see it coming in this tunnel into my third eye. And then for me, I just speak it. I have access for some reason to all of them, to allow others to develop their true self as well through the activation process that occurs when I deliver the light codes through your DNA at that cellular level. See, higher self will take over when it wants to. So the access to all these codes, because I sit in this big beehive. It looks like a big beehive in these honeycomb hexagons. They light up these different codes, so I know what to deliver to people. I know what to deliver to you in these videos. I know what to deliver in private sessions to help people move forward in the process, to help people that are awakening, to help people with healing. So that's why I have access to all of them and can speak all these different ones. And I want to tell you guys, for those of you just starting to watch me, go back and watch my old videos, because any of the old videos that have light language in them, those light language activations are not connected to time. The light language activations are not linear, okay? They can be utilized and listened to over and over to help you. The same with the healing in the videos, okay? So go back and listen to them and just start going through, okay? Okay, let me see. I also have been really experiencing these very calm moments and these calm days where I'm just like, well, I'm walking around like I'm just zoned out. I'm just like, I'm really calm. I'm floating. Everything's okay. And I just want to stay there. I don't want to go anywhere else. But I have that for like hours sometimes, and it feels really good. And even when like my kids were here, and they're both 18, they're 18 and 20 when they were here, and they can be quite loud, I still remained in that space. I still remained in that calm. And probably 2 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to. I was going through my process, but I wouldn't be able to remain in the calm. I would more of tune into their energy and see what's going on with them, and want to try to connect with them at the vibration they're at, but not anymore. So as we shift and change, we just remain. I feel like we're going to be remaining as who we are, as our true self, where we need to be. It's not going to be something that we're going to have to try to do anymore. It's like just going to happen. You're just going to be. You're just going to be. They're saying, yes, they're just going to be. Thank you. So, okay. A lot. I've been hearing, I just want to tell you, for like the last month, I've been hearing that song, Jesus Take the Wheel. In my head, I'll wake up with it, Jesus Take the Wheel by Carrie Underwood. And so it's almost like just like surrender, let go of trying to control what's going on with you in this process. Just what William says, he always says, let go and let God, and thy will be done. When you repeat that out loud, you start feeling stuff. It's powerful. If you say that, let go and let God, thy will be done, you're going to start feeling energy moving through your body. It's really powerful. The other thing for me that I have been receiving is songs about magic. Now, I told my friend Marla a couple weeks ago, I said, the next thing for me that I keep, that I was told, because I got up one day and I was like questioning, I'm like, what is next for me? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I doing everything I'm supposed to be doing? Because I still question that. I'm like, am I doing everything I'm supposed to be doing to help humanity and to help Mother Earth and in my commitment to Source for what I came here to do? And I would question it. And I said, what else is coming? And then all I heard in my head was, You can do magic. That song, you can have anything that you desire. Those two parts of the song kept going in my head. And then another song, a magic song, could this be the magic at last? And this is like Barry Manilow's song that I haven't heard since I was a little kid, because my mom loved him. She used to listen to him. And then the magic song with what's her name? The Australian singer. I love her. I can see her. It'll come to me. But she has a magic song as well. She was the one from Greece. You guys will know as soon as I say that. Okay, so those are the things that I've been going through, and I just want to say that, you know, everybody again is at a different part of their process. So don't compare yourself to anyone else. Okay, there is no one else like you. I've said this before in many of my videos. No two persons are alike, and no two persons' experiences are the same. Nobody. Everybody has had their past lives, which are extremely and powerfully different experiences from somebody else. Everybody has their own powerful experiences and lessons that they've come here to learn, to create, to do. Don't compare yourself to anyone else ever, okay? You are your own being. You have your own magic within you. You have your own essence, your own soul essence, your own soul signature. Don't try to be like someone else, okay? It's not what you came here to do. You came here to be you, all right? You came here to awaken the God self within you, the Christ self within you, and to utilize the abilities that you have, that you've always had, and bring them into the light and utilize them on a daily basis for the highest and greatest good of yourself and for all, okay? That's why you came here. So the whole being caught up in the 3D world and all the fake stuff that's being revealed, and it's going to be revealed more. And this month there's going to be a huge revealing. I'm telling you, this has been coming. This is a lot of the stuff that I was trying to teach for years, to get through this process, release, you know, because this time was coming when you really need to be able to hold yourself in your peace, hold yourself in your heart, hold the space, hold yourself in your light, and be in love, and really connect to who you are through your heart. Now's the time you really need to be there, because this next part that's coming up, the stuff that's happening right now is I'm gonna say it's either you with what is coming after the 3 days that we're going to be in silence, that I know it's coming after that, with what is coming with this, and I'm going to tell you, I said before, I kept seeing a light switch for the beginning of May, a light switch. So they would show me, I'm like, what is coming for May? They would show me a light switch, on, off, and I'm like, okay, something's switching, and I was like, what is it? And then they showed me the earth. Let me put my crystals down for a second. They showed me the earth, okay? And then they showed me the earth, like a part of the earth leaving the earth, if that makes sense, like a ring of the earth outside of the earth. And so to me, what that means is it's like it's not, I don't know if I want to call it a split, or like a disassociation with the old earth. There's that new earth, and then it's disassociating itself with the new earth and the old earth. They're disconnecting, and that bridge is going to be there, created there. And there's those of us that are here to help you get over that bridge to the north. I'm one of those people that does that. I help people take that rainbow bridge to the new earth, through the activations I do, and through the private sessions and stuff, to help people find the issues, the root issues, to get forward and be activated through the healing. So, and there's other people out there that do this kind of stuff as well. So there's going to be this and I'm just going to use the word split, because that's the word that keeps coming in for me. There's going to be this split, and it's the split of those that are going to be stuck in the mind, and those that know that mind stuff isn't real, that it's the illusion, it's the the reality of the illusion that you've been living in. Okay? So there's those who are going to be they're going to choose to stay in it out of fear. And what I always keep saying, I've seen this with some of my clients too. I've got healing energy I'm feeling come in. I keep seeing a lot of people that keep blanketing their selves, or they have a blanket over their self, and they don't want to really turn around and see. The 2020, remember, this year is of clarity. They don't want to see it. So in order for us to move forward in this process, it's time to see the truth. And this switch that I'm seeing, this switch is going to be revealing the truth, not only the truth of a lot of stuff that's going on here, but truth within yourself. There's going to be this, oh, let me look at my notes because I have some stuff for meditation. What I have is hidden secrets coming up. Things that are like deeply hidden within you are going to come up, but hidden secrets that are going on in the world are going to come out. So as these hidden, like deeply hidden pieces of you come up to be revealed to, so that you can heal them. You know, as you're doing that, you're also going to be healing stuff outside of yourself, because when we heal ourselves, we heal outside of ourselves as well. So there's this stuff coming up. There's a lot of this is going to come up. What this is going to do is within yourself is, I feel, when you find those deep hidden things within yourself, it's going to, and you heal these things, it's going to reveal your freedom within you. And you're going to feel freer when you can let these things go that you haven't really known have been there, but they've been there, but you haven't known they've been there. But they're going to come up, okay? There's a lot of people that with this switch happening are really going to have to really, what I want to say is it's the push to move forward, to let go of the past. Okay, and I've been talking about letting go of the past for a long time, and I've been saying that, you know, the past is not, it's connected to time and timelines, and when you can let go of that, you free yourself. Okay, this is where you free yourself to be able to move forward, because our inner being, our God self, okay, your inner being is not connected to time. It never has been, and it never will be. That's who you are. Your God self, your Christ self. It's your inner being. It's your higher self. Okay, it's not connected to anything linear. The only thing that's connected to the linear stuff is what I've always called the false identity ego, or the physical 3D earth life that you've had. So those of you, and I know I have notes on this, some of you are going to be going through really intense emotions with this stuff when it comes up. I asked them to tell me what's going to be happening. They're like, it's going to be like very intense emotions. The stuff that's going on within you to come up to be healed and released. The stuff that's going to be these secrets and hidden things that are going to be revealed around the earth, around the planet, and around the world. You're going... Stay in your heart is what I have to say, okay? Don't allow these things to pull you into any kind of fear-based reality, because that's the illusion that others want you to be held in. Don't go in there. Go in your heart. Know that that stuff is illusion. Know that it's part of a game, okay, that you're here to free yourself from, okay? This past life stuff that I'm getting, and I keep seeing, because I have some people very close to me that are going through this, is your past life, you know, your past life, and I'm going to say this because a lot of people are like, oh, I am my past life. Your past life, yeah, it can show you who you are as the man or the woman you are today, but it's not always going to define you, because there are things of your past that you've done that aren't part of you anymore, because you're letting go of pieces of you. You're letting go of Oh my gosh, your identity. This is something that a couple weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, I was really struggling with in my profile picture on Facebook of putting a picture of my beloved and I together. It was this revealing of this feeling like, if I do that, am I no longer Keleena? I'm just that, I'm like, it's him and I now. It's both of us as one. And I was struggling with this. And I finally I called in Mother Mary and I said, why am I struggling with this? And she said, because the ego will lose its identity of the self. When you're creating a trinity with a partner and source, you create a trinity. So she was showing me how when you create this trinity to become one, okay, with the energy and the work here to do, you have to be able to ready to surrender the old identity of you. And I was like, whew. When she said that, it was just this like big wave of stuff just came off of me of, I've been me. And so now it's just like, it's gone now. I was able to put that picture in and a lot of it came up with it. A lot of stuff on Facebook, a lot of comments and stuff with the two of us and the profile pic and stuff. But I actually felt freedom from not having just a picture of me. And it doesn't, and I know it may not make sense to you, but I felt the freedom, but I also felt the oneness of us in the creation of what we're doing together with our mission with the source. So, and I had to explain to him the next day. I was like, I really had to go through this. I really struggled. So it's big. It's big. Some of these things are big when they happen. They don't seem big, when you're like, oh, I'm just going to change a picture. But when it's something that has to come up within you that you have to release to move forward, it can be really big. I actually cried. I was like, oh my God, who am I? But it was just a piece of letting go. So there's a lot of this stuff that's presenting for a lot of you of your past is still being revealed, to let go and to end it, to dismantle the timelines. Let go of those timelines. They're connected to the linear third dimensional physical being that you are. If you're moving through ascension to be who you are, to be your God self, to allow your higher self to work through you, to be your inner being here, present at all time, you've got to let go of that other stuff. Otherwise, you hold yourself in this, I talk about this all the time in videos, this looping cycle where you just can't let go. You just hold on to it because there's something in it that you haven't figured out why. I don't want to let go of this yet. That's me. That's who I'm. I don't want to let go. I don't want to let go of that memory. Okay? Memories are connected to linear time. I just saw this way. Oh, this way. An orb go right up. I've got fairy energy, a lot of fairy energy here too as well, but I've got a lot of energies in the room. So let go, you guys. You can do this, okay? When you can let go of the of what you think defines you, then you really create your freedom within yourself. Because the only thing that really defines you is who you are, and that's love. Okay? You are a fractal of God within this physical vessel that you created when you came here. And your essence, your signature is love and light. And everyone's is different. But that is who you truly are. All right? So let go of the past. So yeah, I wrote a couple questions for you guys with that, for those who have a hard time with that. Have you healed your ego past wounds? Have you healed the child wounds, inner child wounds from growing up? Do you hold yourself back, blocking your freedom? Okay? When you hold yourself back, when you just can't let go of it, you block your freedom. And you're stuck in the mind. And you're always thinking, you're always analyzing. Well, if I would have just done this, or if I do this differently. No. Just let it go. Be here. Trust in the process. Trust what's happening. Trust in who you are and who you are reconnecting with, which is your true self, your true identity, that love vibration that you are. I also have, are you going to try to justify holding on to the past which no longer serves you in the moment? Okay. A lot of people that hold on to pains of the past or things that they may think didn't go right for them, and they're holding on. There's just all these different woundings from him. If you continue to hold on that, and it doesn't serve you in any way in the present, see it that way. Please see it that way. Please. Because when you can see that from the big picture, that's not really serving anything for you except for more pain and holding you in a loop. It's not doing anything for you. Now, there's other people that are trying to justify their past and hold on to it and not let go of it, you know, or try and justify actions that they're having in their life now from their past. No, when you can let go of it, it's like you reset and you start over and you become who you truly are. Okay, those things that you're holding on to clear, they clear away, and the path is revealed before you of what you're here to do and how you're here to serve and the magic within you. Okay, when you can let go of the past, that's when everything starts to open. That's when your gifts are revealed, your abilities are revealed, because when you can create space within you, I've talked about this in many videos, when you can create that space, you can allow who you really are to come forward. Okay, but you got to let go of that stuff that's being held with the ego. Okay, intense emotions are going to be coming up with everything that's going to be up. Some things are going to make you shudder. Okay, some of the truths coming up are going to make you shudder. For those of you that are on my Patreon, on the Patreon Sacred Heart Love, I talked in the second half of April video about some of the things coming up are going to be, some of them could be numbing for some people. So know that, just know that it's part of an illusion. Okay, stay centered, stay in your light, stay in your heart, stay in love, meditate, do whatever you can do. Be in nature. My gosh, be in nature, and really just connect with Gaia. And Gaia is freedom as well. Okay, because she's very healing. Get your feet on the earth. Do the things you love to do out in nature. So I want to move forward. Things that have been lost. Oh, also came up. Things that have been lost will now be found. Or if you lost something that you really truly don't need, let go of the idea of needing to have to find it. Okay? Just let go. Be done with it. Some things, so what the things that are lost that you need to be found is actually who you are. Okay? You've been lost in playing this game of the created ego self-identity. And now you're going to be finding yourself. You're going to be finding the truth of yourself, of who you are. Just like the truth that's going to be coming out around the world. This stuff is going to be coming up. It's going to be highlighted. It's going to be found within you. You're going to see more and more who you are, and embrace it. Because who you truly are is so fantastic. Kia culture cantare secondeni criteria. O konena shotanane ha o mamamana kata kuturu kutukuru taketini kisiate aya. You're a wonderful being of love light. Don't forget. Okay. Watch your words. This is another thing. Watch your words wisely. Be wise how you use your words. Use higher vibration words when you're speaking. Let go of negative words with negative energy. Be careful, and be careful what you wish for. Okay? Be very careful what you wish for. Do not wish harmful things on others, because you will stay in that low vibration. You will not go forward in that earth thing. You will be part of, when that switch happens, and what I'm seeing when that switch happens, there's going to be people that are going to be remaining in that lower level vibration for a long time again. And then there's also those that, if they're using these wise words and they're staying in your calm, you're staying in your heart, you're moving forward. Okay? So, and that's also with the people holding on to the past. If you can't let go of the past, you're going through another long period, another long cycle. And I mean, I don't know how, they don't give me years or anything, but it's going to be long. Okay? So it's up to you to move forward. This is actually coming up this first week of May. So you've got to be ready to do these things, to be able to hold your vibration, to move yourself forward, and be aware of what you're doing. Be aware of what you say. Be aware of the choices that you make. William and I are learning that with each other, and I want to share this experience with you because it's going to help you. So really be careful with your words. Use the word, like love is a high vibrational word. When you say love, the vibration of that word for me, it opens my heart, but I feel energy just going up my spine and out my heart. I feel it coming out my heart. And I feel really good. So I feel energy a lot because I've been like that since I was very young. But I can pick up a crystal and like instantly feel the energy, and I'm gonna just go whoo, right up my spine, right up the energy center. So just be very careful. Be careful what you wish for. Don't talk negative about other people. Do not talk negative about yourself, because when you do that, you're holding yourself in a lower vibration. Okay. So the experience that William and I are having as twin rays, and this is for other twins as well. You may be having this, you may not yet, or you may have already had, is, and we've known about this for a while, but we're getting even more sensitive than we have been. We're becoming like hypersensitive. And we have to be so aware, him and I, of the choices that we are making in our lives right now, because the other person feels it. I chose to go to bed really late last night because I was working with my Patreon account and trying to just catch up on emails before I have my down days. And that wasn't the only thing. I was trying to do that stuff around my home as well. But I didn't think about how it was going to affect William. And the next day, which was today, he was really tired today. He was feeling how tired I was because I only got 6 hours sleep. For me, 6 hours isn't enough. I need like 9 hours sleep. That's just my being. But he was able to feel it, and he was exhausted from feeling me. Just like when he makes his choices to do some of the things he does, I feel it on my body. So we are really becoming even more hypersensitive with each other, and it's just like, and it's like boom, it's like instant. So whatever he chooses to do, even if he drinks a cup of coffee, I start feeling anxiety, and I feel stuff on my solar plexus, and I'm like, oh, what is that? And he's like, I'm having a coffee. I'm like, oh. And so he's like, I've stopped my coffee. I'm going to stop my coffee. So it's being aware that this is affecting the other person, but also having compassion for the other person and being in love in your heart for it. So if we're just doing this with each other and we're becoming hypersensitive and becoming who we truly are, when we really start breaking into the field of connecting with all other persons and souls and beings at these levels of our connection and oneness, it's showing us how we are all so connected, and how we've always known this, and how all of our choices on this earth create the illusion of what's going on outside. Okay? So if you can stay in your heart all the time, and stay out of the head, if we can stay in our heart and create love and be in our love presence and our God self and our Christ self all the time, that's the vibration we're sending out, and that's what we're giving to others. But if we're going to make these decisions that are based on the 3D, the physical reality of the human life, where you just did everything for yourself and didn't care about anyone else or anything else, you're going to be affecting your inner being, but also your inner self, your physical self, but also all that outside of you. And so I hope that makes sense. Because I know I've talked about this before and stuff, and I felt this because I can feel it I was able to feel it with my kids for a while, but what I'm experiencing with William and I is really deeply intense, and him and I have been merging at such deep levels, and we're going to continue merging even more. And these days that we're down, it's going to be another big merge for us. It's what Spirit showed me. Him and I are going to be doing. So be aware, be conscious of what you're choosing to do, because it affects, and for all different things, it affects everyone else. It'll affect, if you're in a relationship, it'll affect your partner. And it's just like the simple things of being conscious of choosing what you do. Don't litter, okay? You just, look what you just did to Gaia. You've just polluted Gaia, and then, somebody else has to come clean it up, and other people are going to have to see that stuff, And I know some of you are thinking about my video about embracing the trash, but be consciously aware of everything that's happening and how you can clean up yourself with your own effort and be here, okay? It's really important, really, really important. It goes much deeper than that, but that's another video. Embrace your transformation. So those that are just awakening, you're going to feel headaches. You're going to have body aches going on. You're not going to understand. Some people actually vomit when they start waking up, and they start realizing what's in the food, what's going on with your water, what's going on in the sky. You start having realizations of, why am I doing this anyway? Why have I been in this rut my whole life? Why am I living to work rather than work to live? Okay, these things are going to happen, and so those of you that are awakening, embrace the transformation you're going through. Okay, those are those just awakening. Those that are going through their healing process, you're healing your inner wounds, you're healing the parts of you, you're healing the ego pieces, you're letting go of the past. Those of you that are going through this part of the process, embrace the transformation. Don't try and fight it, because as you try and fight it, you're just going to keep yourself looped in that cycle, and you can't move forward when you loop yourself. You can't move forward when you don't embrace what's actually happening, and trusting in this process that it's taking us into. And those going through embodiment, that's like the stage that I'm at. I've been going through that for a long time, but going through that process, embrace it as well. When you start feeling the embodying happen, they're putting it on me right now just so I can, it's like this floaty feeling of, it's just happening right now, of who we are. Embrace it, because it feels so divine. It is divine, they're saying, but it feels so good. And it's us. It's the reality of who we are, and it feels so good. Embrace it. Tune into it when you're going through embodiment. Tune into it and see if there's anything that you need to know about it, or just ask. Ask your guides, ask Source if there's anything you need to know about it. Sometimes it's just you allowing the energy to work through you and flow through you for this process, for what you're going through. Light codes are coming in as well through the sun. They've been coming in, activating, and they're going to continue. It's not going to stop. There's so much going on, and do your best to disconnect from that which is negative and keep yourself in your higher light. The other thing is disconnecting with time. That's really big. Is people enjoy this retreat time. I've been calling it a retreat time. Okay, people are finally getting the time to relax, to be with family, to read, to just to lay on earth, to get in touch with earth, and for some people they've rekindled their relationships because they've worked so much throughout their relationship, they never actually got to come back together to be that. And then some people are just going to be breaking away because they're saying that this isn't working for us. We really didn't know each other. I'm done. So it's going to happen, and it's okay, because it's going to open new doors, and you're learning who you are in this process. So if you're one of those people that has to let go of someone, let them go in love. Okay. Don't let them go in anger. Let them go in love. Always. All right? Create the new, be in peace. That's what I have. Be optimistic about, because anything can change in a moment. So you can, when you're optimistic, you can change a negative situation into something positive. So creativity, again, I've been talking about creativity. Creativity is really big right now. A lot of people, there's going to be a change in industry. There's going to be a change in the jobs. Not everything is going to be standing on its feet after everything that's done. So know that there's going to be a big change. So how can you become who you are and utilize your gifts, okay, during your process, and for what you're here to do, to in a creative flow that's for the highest and greatest good of everyone. How can you do that? Okay, tune into your creativity. You get an idea, write it down. Keep a journal every day. Write everything down that you're feeling, everything that you're seeing for yourself. Things that are coming up, maybe an emotion. Integrate emotions, okay? If stuff comes up and you're like angry about something, I'm tired of being I don't want to do this anymore. Allow yourself to feel that emotion. Take it in the heart and let it go. Just let it rise off of you. Okay, there's ways that I teach people how to do this in private sessions and stuff. So if you ever want to have a private session with me, it's going to be light language activations, healing. There's psychic stuff. I know exactly what's going on in your field. I have people going, oh my God, I've never had a session like that ever. And I've been seeing other people for 10 years. So I've been gifted some different things in the last, I want to say 9 months that my sessions have changed big time. They've changed a lot a year and a half ago, but they've changed again. And so if you're ever interested in having one, I'm going to be running May specials on my website, and Patreon clients or Patreon members, you're going to be getting even better specials. So www.KeleenaMelner.com if you're interested in a session, and Patreon is patreon.com Sacred Heart Love. You can check that out and check out what we're doing there. William and I are doing that together. Venus, and for those of you who know, I have this connection to Venus. I am a Kumara, and you may not know what that is. It's okay if you don't worry about it. But Venus always comes in my field, and she comes and she creates herself as this beautiful, she's see-through, but this white, beautiful, flowing energy of love. But also, Venus very much is about self-love and knowing what you want, and I'm going to say creating what you want, and how to feel the love within you without denying love, is what she actually just said to me. So, and yes, I do connect with the planets. I do connect with all that stuff. I connect to the energy of them. So I am a channel, and also I'm telepathic. I've been having that since I was a very little girl. So I can hear, I've had hearing, clairsentient, clair-knowing, clairvoyance, had all those things. So I can hear when the energies speak to me, and they'll come in and show themselves. So the Venus also is talking about remaining in your heart, really remaining in your heart, in your heart's truth. She just said, remain in your heart's truth this month. It's going to be really important, because what I actually see her, and I saw a vision of her, she showed me what she's doing this month, okay, for May. And literally what I see her is she's like dancing around you. I don't know what she's doing, but to have you connect with the things that you need to see within yourself about love and loving yourself, but about loving others. So and this is going to be different for everyone. She literally is showing herself dancing around you, her energy dancing around you the entire month of May. So it's going to affect everyone differently. This is just what she's showing me. So just be aware that that love energy is going to be there, and how you accept it or how you choose to give it. It's going to be life-changing for some of you, and it's going to be very magical for some of you. It's going to open up doors, and it's also going to close doors. Okay, so trust it. Trust the love in your heart, and trust how you feel when you tune into loving yourself and that what you're here to do. Okay, and the choices that you're making. Follow your heart. Watch my Follow Your Heart video. It really helps you tune into how to make choices in your life. It's an 11-minute video on my YouTube. If you haven't watched that, watch it, because it's really important, especially now at these times. It's how to decipher things, okay? How to use discernment. Okay, so I think that's all I have. That's all I have. Yay! So, you know, we're coming upon, I want to talk about one more thing, and then I'm going to do your light language activations, and we are done. So I'm sorry this is longer than I thought it was going to be. But I recently was on with, William and I were on with Todd Medina of Sology, and his beautiful wife Morgan was supposed to be on, but something happened and she couldn't get in it doesn't matter. But anyways, we were talking about this golden children, and I'm just going to put my notes down because I don't need this. The golden children that are coming, and we talked about how, and you can go and watch a video. It's on Todd Medina's Sology. It's on YouTube or on Facebook. But in March, at the spring equinox, is when everything really went into lockdown and people were starting to be in close quarters, and William's energy and mine like integrated, merged deeper then too, and I kept seeing golden children. And then when it all came together, it's about 9 months from then is going to be the winter solstice. There is going to be an abundance of golden children being born. Okay, I know I talked about this. I think I talked about it in my second half of April video for my Patreon people, but I don't know if it was in the first half of April. So, but I also received is that when I was talking with Todd, when we were talking to him in that conversation we were having that's recorded, is that the golden child within yourself, and I talked about this before in like January or February, I've already been talking about this, how the golden child within you is being reborn, is being resurrected. And that's the true essence of you. That's the true being of who you are. That's your God self. That's your Christ self. And everyone that is working on themselves and going through this process right now, the golden children that are being rebirthed and the new ones being birthed, but the ones being rebirthed are the adults going through the process. It's going to happen around the solstice. This also for me is what I see. This is what I'm seeing is when the Aquarian age really begins. So I don't know if there's an actual date, but this is what I'm seeing. This is what they're showing me. And that the Aquarian age is really about freedom. So this is happening. So when you can free yourself and become that golden being who you are, resurrect yourself, and these little golden babies are going to be born as well. They're already being born. I have a friend who I just showed her little baby's gold halo. He's so cute. But this stuff is happening, and it's part of this process that's happening on the earth. And those of us that are in the forerunners, it's because we're here to learn these things first and to amplify things, to hold light for others, to be able to bring you forward. And a lot of you may not, those of you that are new may not understand what I'm talking about or what's going on, but it's okay. Go back and watch my old videos. Especially starting in January 2018 and forward, because I have a whiteboard where I talk about things. So the other thing that I saw that I know I mentioned in, I think it's the second half April video for the Patreon members. I saw a little over a week ago all this gold just like sparkling gold, and this started coming together, and when it was like all over, and it was in the sky, and when it came together, like got forward closer and closer, but what it did is it moved out of the middle, and when it moved out of the middle there was a black star, but it's not a black star, it was just that you can see the sky through there, the nighttime sky, so it was dark, okay, but all this gold sparkling around it. And I just finally figured out what it was. I was like, what is that? It's a stargate. A stargate opening. And the golden, these golden rays ascension codes as well. So I'm like, duh. Sometimes I'm like, hello, what is that? So it takes me a while, but I finally figured it out. So, and my guides are laughing. It's a stargate. There is a stargate that is open this week. There is more opening. Stuff is not going to stop. When this stuff opens, you feel these shifts and changes that are happening. You feel the energy on the earth shifting. Allow yourself to feel what's happening and really allow yourself to benefit from it, because there are things that are going to come up in you that have to be released, or there are things that you're going to gain from it. Okay, there's always going to be something that you gain from it. There's that process again of letting go that really needs to happen on some of the things that come up for you in your reality. Okay, so I'm going to do your light language right now. And what's coming through is going to be activations for those who are listening now and those who are going to be listening. Sometimes they don't tell me exactly what the activation is going to be. They just come through me. They're starting to light up. There may be tones coming through that might be frequency adjustments for some of you, and some of it might be healing energy. You will feel vibrations in your body. You may feel heat in your body, tingling sensations. Some people will see visions when I do it. You can watch if you want, or you can just close your eyes and feel. It's totally up to you. My hands go everywhere because my higher self just takes over, and I just allow the flow. Okay? Okay, I'm feeling solar plexus, so that means that some of you are trying to still control things. So they're showing me that this is going to be a solar plexus activation right now. Going up to the throat, so you guys have major throat chakra stuff going on with a lot of you. Just saw another. Wait, that side orb. A lot of throat chakra stuff. That sounds strange. That is Hathor energy that's coming through. That's Venus. Okay, I'm feeling the solar plexus expanding right now. Trinity. Okay, Okay, I feel like the elementals are getting ready to come in. Yeah, cool. Here they come. Yeah, big energy. Ahanta huria na matene krasa koture tai tu. Shanya na mamo uye. Haaiki. Nanakura santa. Shanamai. Inikita aya a. Okay. The transmission is complete. So there was healing in there. There was activations for those of you to help with blockages on your chakra system. That's going to help clear up the blockages that would be in your physical body that you feel. There's so much inner things that I can go into about that, but I'm not going to. If you want to be activated for light language, or you want to have a session with me, or receive light language activations and healing, because I am a multidimensional quantum energy healer, please go to my website, www.keleenamelnar.com. The specials don't start until May 1st. Please know we are booking in June right now. Sessions with William and I are booking in June. Sessions for myself, I'm booking that are just with me alone, are booking in June. Okay, so there's a period of time that's all completely taken. And if you're interested in joining our Patreon family, our soul family, the Sisters and Brothers of Light, that is www.patreon.com/Sacred Heart Love. Okay, you can also find my website, blogs and things I've been writing about. I just channeled a beautiful piece that came through about the plan behind the plan behind the plan. It talks about what's going on right now, and how things are like hidden and hidden and hidden. In plans behind plans to bring the light forward in the love. So, and you can also catch me on Instagram, Keleena Loves. Okay, I love you all. I wish you all so much peace and love in your heart. Okay, know that everything that is coming and everything that is happening, it's not happening to you. Things are happening for you, so that you can see the truth in yourself, and the truth in who you are, and the truth in what's going on here. And that you can embrace yourself in your love, in your light. Akanta kita ayakiamo turianare tekienda aya a. I love you. Be at peace. Be in love. Eternal love. Eternal life. Eternal life. Namaste.